Hey Aquarius, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for July 10th, 2023. This is for Aquarius. Aquarius, should this video cut off due to time constraints on certain platforms, just know we always upload the extended to YouTube, and we typically upload there first. So if you like, share, and subscribe, you'll be notified of when we do, and the link for that is on our page. And this is our last shuffle here. Let's see what's going on. So we have Healing Light that fell out, we have Decrease, and we have True Love. So this tells me that you're not treating people how you want to be treated at this time, and there's something about this that you may be paying attention to, like I forget who else got this exact energy with the healing light and such. It's like you treat people how they want to be treated. I think it's Cancer, to be quite honest with you, right? Now what's interesting about that is that we think that that's a universal thing, treat others as you want to be treated, but some people want to be treated a little nicey, and some people like to be, they like it rough, or they like to be talked to a certain way, called names that aren't so awesome, and so you can't always treat everyone how you want to be treated, right? Because sometimes it doesn't serve some things you don't want to be treated like, and some people, we meet all different kinds of people. I'm sure, as social, or as as much as you pay attention to people, you may be like, yeah, I definitely need to look at that in myself. They're saying that you're no longer with Hierophant and Chariot. This is saying that you're not able, like your life is not necessarily in your control. So, okay, so Decrease, Hierophant, Chariot, Five of Cups, and the Sun. The thing is, right, if things went your way at this point, which Decrease is here, which says that you're being slowed down, your progress is being slowed down today. You may have, you may be disappointed about some things that are revealed to you today, but the disappointment is like waning. It's like it's not as bad as it was when you first heard something, right? With Hierophant, Chariot, Five of Cups, and the Sun, that's it's not as bad as it was. You may be a little bit more hopeful at this point. You're not extremely hopeful, as optimistic as the Sun, but now you see, you know what, some things, I have to be patient about, when it comes to getting what I want or going in this direction that I want to go into. I have to be a little bit patient. With Healing Light over all of this, this says that you're very aware that you are like your fixed energy signs, right? They say they want things their way, right? Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. Things are better for them when they have it the way that they want to go, right? Most of those signs, I notice, they choose to be single because they want to have their way. They want to do things their own way, right? And so this looks like an energy, not saying that you're single, and it doesn't show anything about romantic relationships in general, but they're showing, that was an example, but they're showing that you are realizing that you are very stubborn about having it your way. Like, I'm going in this direction. It needs to be everything needs to be right. Like, everything needs to be laid out on the table, and that's just what it needs to be, right? Because you want to avoid being disappointed. You want to avoid, shame, embarrassment. You want to avoid regretting anything, resenting anyone for anything. You just don't want to deal with that. So they're showing that that's decreasing, though. You're not as upset about something as you used to be. And that's a good thing there. But there's a cycle of realizing that you're not in control, or that you have to be patient until you can gain control of your direction or where you're going. True Love with Page of Pentacles and Three of Swords, that is how you're learning a lot about people and realizing how damaged people are. And you know that how damaged you are and how sad you are, how heartbroken you have been in your life. And so you are trying to you're not treating people how they want to be treated, or how you want to be treated, but you're trying to figure them out. Like, what is it? What if if it's in my power? What can I actually do if I'm in this situation with you or dealing with you? How can I, like, what can I do to make things better since I am present? Because who wants to be around someone who's in the Three of Swords? Not that saying that you have to always be happy and upbeat, and that's something that you also are realizing, is that you may not like being around people who are broken and hurt and heartbroken right now. And now that's decreasing. You're realizing you have no control over that. And so this is interesting. They're showing that now you're opening up to the idea that sometimes there's nothing you can do. Like sometimes there's not enough of contribution, or you trying to change things for them, or anything in the world, or and not only that, you have, that's just how it is. Like it's very interesting. I'm trying to explain it in such a way because they're trying to show a person who's accepting that everyone can't just be happy around them, you know. Which it's like, that's a duh, right? But for some people, it's like they have a fixation on trying to fix things and make things right with this, right? Learning how to mend a broken heart, kind of thing. And it's because you would want someone to put that same effort into doing that for you. So you treat people like that. But not everyone's like you. And that's something that you also understand, right? Because it's like you have a definite way of living, you have a definite way of looking at things, and although that's decreasing, that's part of the reason why it seems like you're becoming more aware that, you know what, I don't like being around that, but it's part of life. Like everyone I've encountered is broken in some way, right? And especially today, you may encounter a lot of people that are trying to figure out how to put the pieces back together. They may be very defeated. The dark thoughts, you're aware that with the Queen of Wands and the Page of Swords, that all eyes are on you, that people are watching you. And the people that watch you are the most defeated in spirit. They're the most defeated, is what this shows. And they're more curious about the defeat. They're not as curious about how to overcome it. And that's something with being aware of those dark thoughts. You may be looking at people like, I mean, it's simple. Just, you got to strut no matter what. You know what I'm saying? It's very simple. Like, hold your head up high no matter what. Never let anyone see you sweat. Like, why are you out here sweating? Put on, wear your best, feel your best, smell your best. It's something like that that's showing up here. And you have family, friends, and guides with Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. You really, you may realize that because of the spirit that you have, or the way that you present to other people, the way that you are around them, the way people feel when they're around you, they feel familiar with you to the degree that they don't want to let you go. You're exuding an energy teaching people how to be individuals. So this looks like when you are around people, you give them that individuality of Nine of Pentacles. Like you're whole just the way you are, right? You should be happy just the way you are. And so with that, they're like, I don't want to let Aquarius go. I can't let them go. Four of Pentacles is I'm holding Aquarius tight to my chest. That's my Aquarius, because of how you make them feel. You feel like very familiar to them, like a family member, like a friend, like someone that they can depend on, or something, right? And they want to know what they can contribute to that, to keep you around. But they're showing too that you are you're looking at people like, it's like you may not trust them. There's a part of you that does not trust people with the dark thoughts. It's like they do want to keep you around. You may be bright energy, Queen of Wands and the Sun. You're very bright energy, but the Page of Swords is like, I feel like I'm being stalked, right? I'm being watched. If that's a dark thought about the Page of Swords, I'm being stalked. They're staring at me too hard. Like, what's going on? Which I would say that is a factor in this, because it looks like people are so attached. Like, what can I do to keep you around? You are looking at this as though I can't treat people how I want to be treated, because it's like they're too broken. They're too you learn of what's going on with them and their heartbreak, and you're just like, I don't, this is normally you saying with the Hierophant, I choose not to be around that. I choose to get in my chariot and go towards the sun. I don't want to be, sad with them, trying to instill hope in them and absorb their energy, which, we absorb sun, right? You don't want to absorb their energy and become sad too. This is like, I would rather be hopeful, but as you're trying to instill hope in another person, you're sad. You're taking in that sadness. And so there's an energy of this where they're telling you here, um, they're telling you here that things. It's like you're learning through this experience. The healing light is like looking at that side of yourself, saying, "Well, it's almost like you should spend time alone with this coming out," because they're talking about how you are seeing the world and how it's changed. You want to heal that part of yourself that only wants to be around joy. Um, that it's like you've lived your life this way for so long. It's like you repel anything that's not joyful. What else do they have here? They are showing that you would be. It's like you, at all costs. It's showing that people are sabotaging things with you. But why is that? Let's look under here. Nine of Wands. They're asking you to spend time alone at this point and focus on why you don't like being around people in this energy, and focus on the reason why they want you to focus on that. Now that I see what's underneath it, is they want you to pay attention to how you absorb energy when you're in other people's presence, how they siphon energy from you. It's like it's something that you need to ponder on. I know how that sounds, but that's something that they want you to see, because you get wounded being around people in this energy with the Nine of Wands there. Right? It's like they feel like we're meant to be. People feel like you're a soulmate, even if it's a friend, and it's like they siphon energy and then you absorb it, absorb theirs in some way. So they want you to pay attention to that right now, and how do I do that? How does that happen? And why does that always happen? Kind of thing. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, a Cancer, a Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. We also have another Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, Leo cusp, a Gemini, Cancer cusp. We also have Aries, Taurus, or Taurus, Gemini. You don't have to be dealing with these signs at all. However, these signs could be in your chart. All right, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.